Before we get to the show, I've got to say thank you. Thank you for helping us not just reach, but shatter our $450,000 fall fundraising goal. Thank you to the generous supporters who provided the funds for our matching gift challenge. Thank you to everyone who donated, whether you renewed or increased your monthly donation, made an additional gift, or you're a brand new member who made their first-time donation. Thank you for recognizing the important role NCPR plays in connecting and covering the North Country and putting your dollars behind that. Now, if you haven't donated yet, it's not too late. You can make your donation right now at ncpr.org/give. On this, the last day of our fall fundraiser, let's finish even stronger. Thank you for your support, because it is your support that helps us on the news team bring you the important journalism you rely on, with some fun occasionally mixed in. We take you to a mountain in Old Forge to winterize one of our transmitters, and Syracuse to hear from advocates for prison reform on today's Story of the Day.
Support for Story of the Day comes from Long Run Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor in Lake Placid, providing comprehensive wealth management, retirement, and financial planning solutions. LongRunWealth.com. And the Devlin Inn and Suites, Lake Placid, welcoming families, athletes, and groups to the Olympic Village, offering Adirondack mountain views and dog-friendly accommodations. TheDevlinNY.com.
Hi, I'm Kara Chapman. It's Wednesday, October 22nd. Up first, North Country Public Radio has 34 transmitters all across the North Country. They make it possible for you to listen live right now. Each transmitter requires regular maintenance. In the Adirondacks, that often involves a bit of mountain climbing and equipment hauling. Our engineers, Radio Bob Sauter and Kurt Lanning, recently went up McCauley Mountain in Old Forge to prepare the transmitter for the impending winter. Our news intern, Richard Haller, produced this postcard of their journey.
It's a beautiful day today and a beautiful view. There's still a lot of color in these trees, even though I thought that the peak was done in the Adirondacks. But McCauley Mountain here in Old Forge is stunning today. Yeah, Kurt's truck is struggling here, but man, what a... I think we're going to make it. Well, we did make it to the summit. Kurt's up there working on the antenna right now. How are you doing, Kurt?
Just great.
We're going to replace the existing antenna with a new antenna with what are called de-icers on it. These are electrical heaters that, when there's ice on the antenna, will melt the ice, because antennas don't perform well for FM broadcast when there's ice on them. So that's our goal today. It's still a beautiful day, although the sun has not come out as promised. Kurt's up there with his magic ratchet wrench installing the antenna. How are you doing now, Kurt?
Well, it could be a while yet.
It's 12:14 and we're still up here on McCauley Mountain, getting closer. I feel, though, a strange emptiness inside. You know, it could be hunger. Let's see. Actually, what I really enjoy most about these adventures in the mountains is lunch. And today, what do I have? Oh, I've got peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that my wife made for me. This is going to be wonderful. And look, there's a little sign. It says, "Made with love." That's great. Thank you, Jackie.
Make me one.
No, I don't think she made. So what are you going to have, Kurt?
Some pickles.
Some pickles.
Yeah, and pretzels.
Great. Well, always health food. That's fine. All right. Thank you. Bon appetit. How is that, Kurt?
Better now.
So it's 12:52. You're on the ground, and you feel good now?
Yes, that's the best part about tower work, is being on the ground. Well, it's coming on. 100 watts, 160, 249.
How about the reflected power?
3 watts.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
All right,
Yeah.
We have saved Old Forge. Thanks a lot. Okay, Kurt, we're done. Old Forge is back on the air. Let's get out of here.
You bet.
Now we got to go down the hill, right? Hey.
Opinion, we think we're getting this.
That's us.
Perspective, but
Great.
Down the hill.
Down the hill.
That was our engineers, Radio Bob Sauter and Kurt Lanning, on a recent trip up McCauley Mountain and Old Forge. Advocates for people incarcerated in New York State are pushing Governor Kathy Hochul to sign a bill that would expand prison oversight and require more cameras. The New York Public News Network's Jimmy Vielkind has more about their campaign.
Rosemary Rivera says she was basically raised in New York's corrections system.
I graduated from Rikers Island to Bedford, went through the system.
She says a corrections officer once punched her so hard in the face, she flew across a room. She watched officers ignore another prisoner's pleas for medical care. She remembers how she was categorized and labeled.
So, juvenile delinquent, youth offender, then I was labeled a criminal, then I was labeled a career criminal, then I was labeled a danger to society.
Now, the 57-year-old activist is talking about her experience to a group of prison chaplains. There are about 36 people sipping coffee from cardboard cups at a hotel near the Syracuse airport. Rivera hopes they'll join her campaign to end prison violence.
We are going to need the moral authority. We're hoping that we can get an omnibus package.
She's talking about a bill state lawmakers approved in June. The legislation was a response to the recent beating deaths of 2 people incarcerated in state prisons, Messiah Nanchwe and Robert Brooks. Rivera knows Brooks's father, Robert Ricks. She introduced him to Eric Schneiderman, a former state attorney general who resigned in 2018 after romantic partners accused him of abuse.
In the first conversation, Robert said, with just palpable sincerity, "I truly believe that my son died so that others may live."
The new campaign is a return to advocacy for Schneiderman, who was never charged but expressed remorse. He says the pending legislation would add more people to the Watchdog Commission on Correction. The new members would include someone who was formerly incarcerated, as well as a public health professional. Rafael Marte is a minister in Plattsburgh who also volunteers as a chaplain in North Country Correctional Facilities. He says prison culture needs to change, but the law would be a good first step.
More laws and more regulation cannot change your heart.
Yeah.
Period. However, there are ways to bring accountability.
Another key part of the bill requires more cameras be installed in prisons. Governor Hochul condemned the deadly incident. So did Corrections Commissioner Dan Marticello. He says he doesn't have a position on the bill, but that the governor supports installing cameras in all state prisons.
She's now provided me over $830 million as it pertains to the installation of fixed cameras. We have at least 17 facilities, either in design, construction, or upgrades.
Hochul won't say whether she'll sign or veto the bill. She's grappling with a staff shortage across the state's prison system, which was made worse by a 3-week strike earlier this year. The union representing corrections officers says it doesn't have a position on the bill. State officials say the governor is trying to negotiate changes to the legislation. Schneiderman says Brooks's father won't support a watered-down bill.
I've told her people that I would love to have Robert Ricks at a bill signing with her, but it's not going to happen if the bill is no good.
He'll keep up the pressure until then. Hochul has until the end of the year to act on the bill. In Syracuse, I'm Jimmy Vielkind for the New York Public News Network.
We have more news all the time on our website, ncpr.org. Music today by Christopher Watts of Canton and Saranac Project of Saranac Lake. I'm Kara Chapman, North Country Public Radio.